kita nila.
Good day everyone. For today, we will be discussing the stage 4 or the final stage of Piaget's stage of cognitive development. Formal operational stage is focusing on abstract thinking or abstract thought, hypothetical deductive reasoning, and logic or propositional thought. Formal operational stage starts around 12 and continues throughout life. A formal operational stage definition includes reason beginning to apply to hypothetical and abstract objects and ideas. Formal operational thinking includes logical deduction and abstract thoughts. At this point in development, thinking becomes much more sophisticated and advanced. Kids can think about abstract and theoretical concepts and use logic to come up with creative solutions to problems. Skills such as logical thought, deductive reasoning, and systematic planning also emerge during this stage. Dinhian na mahitabo ang idea nga kung makat-on siya sa iyang mga dapat sabton kung unsa na ang abstract ideas and hypothetical ideas. Abstract thought or abstract thinking, it involves the ability to think about hypothetical situations, possibilities, and abstract concepts. These types of thinking allows individuals to go beyond concrete experience and considers ideas that are not tied to physical reality. Diri pa lang sa situation nga atong mahisgutan, makita na nato kung ang mga bata sa formal operational stage kung naa na by logical thinking, na abstract thinking nga makasabot na sad sa mga hypothetical thoughts. Younger children around the ages of 3 and 5 were unable to complete the task because they did not understand the concept of balance. This means nga mauning mga bata nga naa sa pre-operational stage nga wala nila na-solve ang mga situations or problems kay tungod wala pa sila kabalo sa kana nga mga concepts or logic. 7 years old knew that they could adjust the scale by placing weights on each end, but failed to understand that where they put the weights was also important. Kani nga mga bata nga nasa 7 years old, which is probably nasa concrete operational stage, kabaw na sila kung unsaon nila nga mag-work, pero maupod lagi dili pa na naka-concrete. Kana nga idea nga naa sila nga pwede mahitabo gihapon nga ma-fully solve nila ang situation nga gihatag ni Piaget. By the age of 10, the kids considered location as well as weight, but had to arrive at the correct answer using trial and error. Kani nga mga bata nga naa sa 10 years old, nakuha na nila kung unsay buhaton or unsaon, pero dili gihapon inana ka concrete ang solution nga naa sa ilang hunahuna. Kay tungod ang naa sa ilang mind ang paagi nga trial and error. This means nga daghan sila way nga matsempuhan or tsambahan ang kana nga pangutana which is sasakto ang ilahang mga tubag. This also means nga ang trial and error ang way nga ginabuhat nila pero dili ang ilang totally knowledge o 100% nga ang ilahang nahibaw-an. It wasn't until around age 13 that children could use logic to form a hypothesis about where to place the weights to balance the scale and then complete the task. Kani nga last batch, which is katong mga bata nga nasa edad nga 13 years old, kay under na sila sa formal operational stage. Mao ni sila nga mga batch nga dinhi na nila makuha ang sakto nga solution sa kato nga situation. Nakuha na nila ang solution dito sa situation dili tungod sa trial and error kundi sa nakuha jud nila mismo to. Kay gisabot man nila ang kato nga situation kung unsay problems ato or unsa to about. Diri na nila gi-combine ang knowledge nila sa logic, abstract, and then knowledge nila in hypothetically. Abstraction of ideas. In another experiment on formal operational thought, Piaget asked children to imagine where they would want to place a third eye if they had one. Younger children said that they would put the imagined third eye in the middle of their forehead. Dinhi sa gihatag nga experiment ni Piaget is gitawag nila nga abstraction of ideas. Diri gipapili niya ang mga bata nga kung naa sila'y third eye, asa nila kiniibutang. Ang mga bata gibutang nila sa tunga sa ilahang duha ka mata didto sa agtang nila, which is didto man jud dapat ang third eye. Older children, however, were able to come up with a variety of creative ideas about where to place this hypothetical eye and various ways the eye could be used. Kani nga mga older children kay nahimo na silang creative kung asa nila ibutang ang ilahang extra nga mata or ang ilahang third eye. Ila pud gisulti kung asa to nila gamiton or kung unsaon nila paggamit ang kato nga extra nga mata. For example, an eye in the middle of one's hand can be useful for looking around corners. An eye at the back of one's head could be helpful for seeing what is happening in the backgrounds. Ang mga bata diri sa formal operational stage, dili lang sila basta-basta maguna-huna, gihuna-huna pud nila kung unsaon to nila paggamit. Kung unsay reason nila nga nung mauto, ilang gipili nga part kung asa nila ibutang ang ilahang extra eye or ang third eye. Creative ideas represent the use of abstract and hypothetical thinking, both important indicators of formal operational thought. Piaget believed that the deductive reasoning becomes necessary during the formal operational stage. Kung sa concrete operational stage, naisgutan dito ang way nga gigamit sa mga bata is katong inductive logic o ang inductive reasoning. Deductive logic requires the ability to use a general principle to determine a particular outcome. Science and mathematics often require this type of thinking about hypothetical situations and concepts. Ang clue nato basta hisgutan ang deductive logic kay general into specific, which is kabaliktaran siya sa katong inductive kay ang inductive kay is specific to general, so balira siya. Hypothetical deductive reasoning. Reasoning Piaget believed that what he referred to as hypothetical deductive reasoning was essential at this stage of intellectual development. Ang mga improvement, development o pagdako sa mga bata sa una nga stage pareha sa sensory motor, pre-operational o conventional. Ang pagdevelop sa mga bata sa katong mga una nga stage pareha sa sensory motor stage, pre-operational stage o concrete operational stage, katong tanan kay madala to nila sa formal operational stage. Dili siya mawala, instead mapun-an or mas mo-improve pa. At this point, teens become capable of thinking about abstract and hypothetical ideas. They often wonder, what if, type situation and question and can think about multiple solutions or possible outcomes. There is a formal operational stage. Ang ginabuhat na nila nga solution sa ilang nahuna-hunaan nga problema, gihuna-huna nila kung unsa ang effect ani sa mga tao nga naa sa ilahang surroundings. Buot pasabot nga nahimo na silang accountable sa ilang mga desisyon nga ilahang ginabuhat. While kids in the previous stage, concrete operations are very particular in their thoughts. Kids in the formal operational stage becomes increasingly abstract in their thinking. Pareha sa nahisgutan nako nga ang mga bata diri sa formal operational stage kay diri na nila gihuna-hunaan ang mga problems, usa sila maghimo og solutions. As children gain greater awareness and understanding of their own thought processes, they develop what is known as metacognition, or the ability to think about their thoughts as well as the ideas of others. Dinhi nahisgutan nga usa sa mga keyword basta magstorya og cognitive development Mao ni ang gitawag or term sa metacognition. It means nga ang mga naa sa ilang hunahuna is gihuna-huna pa to nila og balik-balik. For example, tama ba tong naisip ko or sakto ba ni akong gibuhat or wala ba'y maapektuhan og buhaton ko ni? Metacognition, often defined as thinking about thinking, encompasses an individual's awareness of their own cognitive process and the ability to efficiently assess and control these processes to optimize learning. And that would be all. Thank you for listening.